I'm Rod Suskin. I'm an astrologer and a teacher of astrology. And Nicola Smuts Allsop was a student of mine many years ago, an A student of mine, of course, but always had an element of the cutting edge that she was going to take this further. And I think that's what she's really done. What Nicola does is that she looks at the next 365 days in your life and she finds the 2 dates where you will maximize your potential for actually achieving the fertility. You know, for me, what is so significant about what Nicola is doing is that astrology has always been about birth. And so it's always been about our bodies and our medical health as well. And it seems a natural fit that Nicola should be using astrology to actually help with birth itself, since the entire premise of astrology is actually based on you are born at a certain time. And it almost like it makes sense to me that astrology should be able to solve this problem for that reason. Maybe you could call it evidence, or a further sign of that is that she actually uses traditional techniques to do so. She might be looking at something like IVF, which is a very modern technology, but she's using methods that medieval astrologers knew and would entirely recognize in her work. And so she's taken the tradition itself a step further and opened the field more. I mean, astrologers are not medically qualified, that we can help people with diagnoses and so on. But when it comes to fertility, it's not about an illness. It's about really helping a person maximize the potential that they have. And that's astrology's reason of existence, is to take what you have and maximize it. You know, it comes from an era when people believed in karma, that you're born, this is your fate or your destiny. But within that theory of karma is the whole idea that if you become conscious and aware of the parameters you work with, you can maximize your outcomes way beyond what they seem to be. And I think fertility astrology is a great application of that. And the great thing about that is that it works hand in hand with the modern technology. It doesn't say on your own you can just maximize your potential to do anything you like. It just shows you how to reach into the greater world, because I think astrology is about cycles, and everything on earth goes through cycles, every living thing. We might not know our own cycles so well, but unmistakably we must go through them because we're creatures of the planet. Ancient people were able to relate our experiences to those cycles. They saw what we know to be history repeating itself. They saw that, you know, we read the Greek dramatists and we recognize our own psychology. Ancient people did the same. They recognized that we're the same as the people that came before us. So they found a way to pattern that and to exploit that pattern by maximizing. Same as saying, plant in spring and you'll have a better result than if you plant in summer. And really that's what they were doing. They were seeing, how do we human beings fit into these natural cycles so that we can maximize. And that's what's so great, that she's working with something entirely natural in a context of something highly technological, and she's producing the same results that people have aspired to literally for thousands of years. Astrology was traditionally a branch of mathematics, so it's accustomed to be connected to calculations and very precise things. Now Nicola's created an app that really capitalizes on astrology's tradition of being a mathematical technique, something that astrologers have always been able to use to calculate, now accessible to ordinary people who don't need to know any astrology or mathematics, but can access the power of those calculations through the app. It gives people access to astrological tools without the need for astrological knowledge and the specialist. Previously, apps have been used by astrologers themselves to do calculations. Now everyone has access to getting quality astrological information without actually having to know any astrology.